Afternoon all, just in the tackle shed quickly doing a few bits. Not been able to get out this week. We've got some friends coming over to stay this week, so being good and being sociable. So anyway, I just thought I'd give a quick shout out for our Bream MultiMatch. Just as it's getting to that time of year now where it's starting to cool down at night, but the water temperature is still quite good. And the fish are still on a bit of a munch. This is this Bream MultiMatch. It's got quite a lot of food content in it. It's really good mix for this time of year. We've tried and tested this on lots of different venues, feeding just the ground bait, nothing else, mixing it quite damp, cupping it in, loose one over the top, and just fishing one of our expanders over the top, or a maggot or a worm head. And we have caught loads and loads of skimmers on it. So we did that on purpose. We didn't want to put any loose feed in of any sorts. We just wanted the fish to home in on the ground bait to make sure it worked, and it definitely works. It is a brilliant mix for this time of year. Moving on as it gets cooler, then it will still work, don't get me wrong. It's a really good ground bait. You probably have to cut it back a bit. It also works well if you cut it 50-50 with our pure ground expander. Just to sort of take the edge off it a little bit, if that makes sense. And then of course our Silver's Dart mix that Andy created, Andy Bennett, who needs no introduction to catching lots of silvers, and catches lots of everything. And that is a brilliant mix as it gets colder. The water clears up a bit darker, not quite so much feed content in it, but skimmers seem to love it. Brilliant mix. But I just thought I'd mention the Bream Multis this time of year because it's, when the fish are having a munch, it's such a good ground bait. It really is, and it's worth a go. Give it a go. Really is good ground bait. Easy to mix. I usually just kilo of ground bait in a bucket. I'll get a pint of water, put half in, mix it up, get it nice and plenty of water on it, and then it will look just right, and then I'll add some more water to it so it looks wrong and looks a bit claggy, and then leave it. And then after about 40 minutes, I'll sieve it and get a nice mix that you can cup in loose, or you can make a nice sort of sloppy, soggy ball if you like, which you can put bits and bobs in it if you need to. So I don't put a lot of loose feed in with this ground bait. I don't feel the need to. It's a great ground bait for holding skimmers in your peg. It really is. Caught lots of fish using it. I've won a couple of matches at Bishop's Bowl using it. Just putting the ground bait in. On that day I did have a few dead reds in it. Then just loose feeding maggots over the top. Caught plenty of skimmers on it. Brilliant. That was it really. Just thought I'd give it a bit of airtime because it is a good ground bait. It really is. Smells lovely. It's sort of like caramel flavour or smell to it. I'll do another video pretty soon actually on just how to mix it once it's mixed. I'm trying to do a couple on the bank. My first attempt was a bit of a disaster because I decided to set everything up on a nice windy day, and of course the tripod blew over in the wind and it became a disaster, so I had to sack that one off. Learning as I go. Been making a few rigs up as well for a few matches I've got coming up. Going to Marsh Farm next weekend, and this is just a rig. This is a 0.2 in Everett float with carbon stem. Yeah, and this rig is set up with a small bulk. No hook on it yet. So I'll have a 6-inch hook length on this. Couple of, we've got in there, we've got 10 droppers on that, 3 9s, 2 10s. I've got some other rigs which are going to be bulked with 10s with 11 droppers, depending on the depth of the peg and if it's towing much. And I'll also have some slightly heavier rigs just in case it is towing a lot. But I like having when I'm fishing for skimmers, I like having a rig that I can hold the rig up and I get a slightly slower fall with an expander on over my ground bait, and you tend to get quite a lot of bites just as it settles over your ground bait. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. As I say, I'll do some more. I'm going to attempt to do some more on the bank stuff once I get it a bit more set up correctly. So yeah, anyway, that was it really. It was just a quick shout out about the Bream multi. Brilliant ground bait. I'm going to do one about how to mix it. I'll do that at another point, but I just thought I'd give this one a shout out. Available from Blake's on the website, or one of the many stockists that are now available. If you go onto the Blake's website, there's a list of all the stockists that might be local to you, and if not, you can get next day delivery through Blake's. So it's the same price whether you get it online or in the tackle shops. So yeah, that's it really. Great. If you're out and about, I hope you catch loads of fish, and speak to you soon. Bye for now.